DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Tonight, a local educator is charged with sexual contact with two 9-year-old girls. Plus, less Delaware children will go hungry thanks to a law signed in yesterday.
And your weekend weather forecast and Shakara spotlights are coming your way.
Those stories and much more coming up tonight on DETV News. Good evening and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Here's what's making headlines across the first state. An educator here in Newcastle County sits in jail tonight after he was arrested and charged with unlawful sexual contact with two 9-year-old girls. 54-year-old Thomas Barnhart was charged after turning himself in Wednesday. Barnhart works as a special education coordinator for the Red Clay Consolidated School District and is still listed on this website as of this broadcast. The incidents happened during sleepovers at his home on Skylark Road and were reported in April of this year. Police say the inappropriate contact with the girls happened between November 2021 and July of 2023. Authorities say two 9-year-old girls woke up to him assaulting them on separate occasions. One victim says she's had numerous encounters where she would wake to, quote, Mr. Tom standing over her. When police interviewed him, he claimed he would just adjust the kids' bedding as they slept, but that he would, quote, probably fail a polygraph exam if he took one due to his nerves, end quote. Investigators say there is no evidence at this time suggesting that any students from the school district were involved as victims. Barnhart is being held on more than $100,000 cash bail, and police say they are concerned there are more victims who have yet to come forward. Anyone with information is asked to call 302-395-2781. And in other news tonight, Bell Funeral Home, located here in Wilmington since the 1930s, is being accused in a lawsuit of accidentally cremating 93-year-old Roland Johnson Sr. and presenting another man's body for burial. Johnson, who was a retired DuPont executive chef, passed away in January. His family, expecting a traditional burial, were horrified to discover the body presented was not their father's. Daughter Darla Chase identified the error, noticing the man's distinct physical differences from her father's. Despite the daughter's insistence, the funeral home claimed it was Johnson. The family's internet search confirmed the body belonged to another man who had been cremated previously. The funeral home eventually acknowledged the mix-up, but denied any intentional wrongdoing. Johnson's ashes were retrieved and he was laid to rest as intended. The lawsuit, citing emotional distress and negligence, seeks accountability from the funeral home. An attorney for the funeral home did not return DETV's phone call today, seeking comment. In other news tonight, 1 in 6 Delaware children face food insecurity. That's according to a 2022 study. Addressing this gap, Governor John Carney visited the Joseph Johnson School summer program in Wilmington on Tuesday to sign House Bill Substitute 2 for House Bill 125. This legislation makes breakfast and lunch available at no charge to students who qualify for reduced price meals under the National School Breakfast Program and School Lunch Program. The law takes effect with the school year upcoming. In the Red Clay School District, qualifying students already receive free meals. We're told we can't educate students if they're hungry in the classroom. That's according to Jessica Farron, Nutrition Services Director. And downstate now, the Seaford City Council is discussing a proposed curfew for those 17 of age and younger from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. daily. Seaford's police chief supports this curfew. He cites late-night loitering linked to criminal activity, including recent vape shop burglaries involving juveniles. He says, quote, this curfew will prevent youth from getting into mischief. However, some residents doubt its effectiveness, believing kids will stay out late. Seaford police plan to enforce the curfew by escorting violators home. Others support the curfew for safety reasons. The proposal is currently under initial review with no final vote expected as of yet. And Dover officials are considering a temporary halt on a costly plumbing requirement. The city mandates property owners to install backflow preventers to protect the water supply from contamination. These devices allow water to flow only in one direction, preventing reverse flow that could taint the system. Dover Mayor Robin Christensen noted the requirement stems from the state and federal regulations. Local business owners, however, argue the costs are excessive. One business owner in particular says his low water use business shouldn't bear the burden, describing the expense as, quote, beating a flea with a hammer. Mayor Christensen acknowledged potential misinterpretations of regulations. The City Council Committee will discuss the moratorium tonight, actually, and State Representative Sean Lynn may delay his cost alleviation bill if the city revises its rules. We'll certainly keep you posted there. And moving on, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency unveiled this week the recipients of the Climate Pollution Reduction Grant Program, which is part of the Federal Inflation Reduction Act. Among the beneficiaries is the Clean Corridor Coalition, spearheaded by the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection and including Maryland and Connecticut agencies. The coalition will divide a $249 million grant to develop zero-emission vehicle charging infrastructure for freight along the I-95 corridor. Delaware's share is nearly $14 million, earmarked for charging stations, workforce development, and related expenses. Governor John Carney highlighted the grant's significance for reducing transportation emissions and improving air quality. Transportation Secretary Nicole Majeski called the funding a, quote, game changer for both the freight industry and public health. For details, visit Delaware's plan on DENREC's website. And to the skies now, Avelo Airlines is expanding its service from Wilmington Airport here with new routes to Charlotte, North Carolina via Concord Airport and to Orlando, Florida via Lakeland Airport. The Charlotte flights start November 8th, running Mondays and Fridays, while Orlando flights begin November 7th, and they're going to run Thursdays and Sundays. This brings Avelo's destination from Wilmington to 9 in total, with 4 seasonal routes. Avelo's CEO expressed pride in serving the Philadelphia and Delaware Valley region, highlighting convenience and affordability. And speaking of travel, if anyone has travel plans this weekend, let's see how the weather may affect those plans. Here with that and much more is our very own Shakara Denise. And by the way, Shakara, I'm hearing it's also a very important national day to celebrate today. What's going on?
It is. Someone gave me a fun fact today. It is Happy National Wine and Cheese Day, everyone. So I just wanted to make sure everyone knew this. So this is your opportunity to celebrate the pairing of wine, of course, those of legal drinking age, of course, and cheese. You can enjoy your favorite wine or sample something new. So that's your nugget for today. Now on to the DETV weekend weather forecast. On Feel Good Friday, it's going to be a picture-perfect day. Expect plenty of sunshine with a high around 84 degrees and a low of 64 degrees. On Saturday, you can expect plenty of sunshine with a high near 88 degrees. It's the ideal day. It's perfect weather to hit the beach, have a picnic, or go for a hike if you're the active type. And the evening will be clear and comfortable with temperatures cooling down to around 66 degrees, which is great for a bonfire, things I like to do, or just being outside. Sunday will be a repeat of Saturday's gorgeous weather with sunny skies and a high near 88 degrees. Now let's jump right into Shakara Spotlights and see how you can take advantage of this wonderful weather that we're gonna have. If you're heading south, make a stop at the Dover Mall and look for the white and black top tent for the Paranormal Cirque. This unique production features incredibly talented artists that will take you through a journey of acrobatics, contortion, aerial acts, and much more. Prepare to be on the edge of your seat while you witness death-defying stunts, creepy creatures, and haunting performances. This is a brand new production from Manuel Rebecci, and his show is perfect for anyone looking for a night of entertainment and scares. Tickets are available now at paranormalcirque.com or by calling 941-704-8572. Please note that this performance does have some adult language, so those under 18 have to be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Now, this is a fun one. How many of us have seen the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile? Well, if you haven't, listen up, because you don't want to miss this. The Wienermobile will be in Sussex County this weekend for a free event at Home to Suites by Hilton Lewis Rehoboth Beach. The event is scheduled for Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m., and the celebration will feature photo opportunities with the famous Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and the Lewis Fire Department fire truck. There will be free hot dogs and soft drinks, local businesses and vendors, face painting, and balloon animals. Keeping with the Wiener theme, Dachshund owners are encouraged to bring their dogs to the hotel's dog park for a costume parade and picnic with hot dog themed treats for both the pups and their owners. Now, if you are in Wilmington, head to the riverfront and check out the Rose Squared Art Show at the Chase Center. The Rose Squared Art Show presents more than 100 artists who will showcase both fine art and fine crafts, artisanal foods, ceramics, jewelry, which we all love, wood, digital art, photography, and so much more. The event costs $10 and will be held from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. Head to rosesquare.com for more info and to purchase your tickets. Now, we all know that there is plenty to do at the riverfront, but for those that may not know and may be visiting Wilmington this weekend, this part is for you. Our scenic Riverwalk is always a must. The path offers stunning views of the Christina River and is perfect for a leisurely walk or bike ride. And for the kiddos, we have the Delaware Children's Museum, which has interactive exhibits that make learning fun and engaging for children of all ages. And for our adults, we didn't forget about you. We have the Constitution Yards Beer Garden, and it's such a nice outdoor space with craft beers, lawn games, and cozy seating areas. It's a nice spot to relax with your friends and soak up some of these summer vibes we're getting. And if you're hungry or a foodie like myself, there are plenty of restaurants, but there's also the Riverfront Market. These vendors sell fresh produce, salads, sandwiches, seafood, and international cuisine. And if you aren't able to check out the events, and whether you're planning a barbecue or a day out in the park or just lounging in your own backyard, it's going to be a wonderful weekend. So everyone, be out and about, focus on the good, and there you have your weekend weather and Shakara spotlights, all in a pretty package for you. Back to you, Matt.
All in a pretty package, and we appreciate that. Thank you so much, Shakara. And in other headlines today, the Brandywine Valley SPCA is offering free canine influenza and distemperament vaccines following an alert from the Delaware Department of Health about a canine respiratory disease outbreak in shelters statewide. State officials now have imposed a month-long ban on rehoming dogs across state lines. The Brandywine Valley SPCA emphasized the preventative nature of this measure, urging pet owners to act now. They also encouraged adoptions to reduce shelter populations. One local resident praised the initiative for making essential care accessible. Symptoms of the outbreak include nasal discharge, coughing, and heavy breathing. Vaccinations are available at SPCA locations in Delaware until August 9th, so mark your calendars there. And to North Wilmington, where Stanley's Tavern is changing hands but remaining locally owned. Ashby Hospitality Group, known for McGlynn's Pub, Newark's Deer Park, and Odessa's Cantwell Tavern, announced the purchase Wednesday. Stanley's Tavern, a Falk Road staple since 1947, started as what's called Bill's Place in 1935 before Stanley Minikowski bought it. Steve Torpy and his investment group acquired Stanley's in 1982, leading it for 42 years. The tavern underwent major renovations in 2019, and the new owners plan at least one addition, their signature popcorn machine. Ashby Hospitality Group's acquisition ensures that Stanley's Tavern's legacy continues under local ownership, so go check them out. And a children's book unveiled here in Wilmington Wednesday uses a superhero to encourage young people on the path to good health. A book launch for Captain Westside and the Health Heroes drew families, children, healthcare advocates, and elected officials to the Wilmington Public Library on Rodney Square. This is the first children's book produced by Westcare Family Healthcare, and it may not be the last. The character in Captain Westside is inspired by longtime president and CEO of Westside Family Healthcare, Lolita Lopez, who stepped down last year. Governor John Carney and First Lady Tracy Quillen Carney were part of the kickoff, during which Lopez conducted a book reading and signed copies of the book. Captain Westside is available in English and Spanish languages. Westside Family Healthcare hopes to distribute 6,000 copies of the book in the first year through the National Reach Out and Read program. Books are being provided to kids during their pediatric visits. And Newcastle County Executive Matt Meyer announced expanded volunteer opportunities at the Hope Center today. With strong community backing, the Hope Center has simplified the process by posting detailed descriptions for various volunteer roles. Annually, the center hosts numerous groups and hundreds of volunteers. We cherish our Hope Center volunteers who come from diverse backgrounds: Girl Scouts, corporate employees, retirees, and faith groups, bringing kindness to those in need, says Matt Meyer. The updated list will help potential volunteers find roles that match their skills, benefiting both them and the guests. Available positions include front desk hospitality liaison, greeter, and kindness spreader. I love that title. Hospitality liaisons are also needed, as well as meal servers and help desk computer search gurus. All roles do require a background check and confidentiality waiver. For more information and to volunteer, visit the website seen there on your screen. And the Delaware Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control will host a community workshop at Cape Henlopen State Park Officers Club on Wednesday, July 31st next week from 6 to 7:30 p.m. The event aims to gather feedback on upcoming capital projects for the park. Attendees can view informational displays and speak with DENREC staff and consulting firms about planned improvements. The projects include traffic data analysis, entrance reconfiguration, a new park office, the Point Trail enhancements to Battery 519, as well as campground upgrades, a larger beach bathhouse, the Cape Henlopen Fishing Pier, Wolf Neck Loop Trail, and the Biden Environmental Center. The Officers Club is at 14628 Officers Road in Lewis, with parking located across the street. Park entrance fees are actually waived for workshop participants. And before we leave you tonight, Longwood Gardens in Kennett Square, PA has been recognized as the most beautiful botanical garden globally by UK travel website Titan Travel. How about that? The ranking was based on social media tags, mentions, and search data from platforms including TikTok, Instagram, TripAdvisor, and Google, with a 5-star rating on TripAdvisor and a 22.2% increase on Google searches over the past 2 years. Longwood Gardens led with over 307,000 Instagram posts and over 6,000 TikTok mentions. The garden features over 10,000 plant species across 1,100 acres and is undergoing a major $250 million renovation. The Longwood Reimagined project, set to debut on November 22nd, includes a new West Conservatory and redesigned garden spaces as well. Summer visitors can enjoy extended hours, seasonal events, and the return of the much-loved fireworks and fountain shows. Those are one of my favorite. Shakara, do you get to Longwood Gardens often?
Not too often.
I like to go at holidays like Christmas time, like after Thanksgiving when they have all the decorations there. It's really nice. And I have gone to the fountain shows. They're nice.
My mom likes to go.
Does she like those?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they're very pretty.
Very cool, awesome.
So you're gonna do outside events this weekend?
So, you know, I'm not a big okay, I will this weekend because it's not gonna be too hot. When it gets to be like over 90, I need to stay inside because it's just not, it's not good.
And when the humidity's up, it
right.
just doesn't do well.
All this hair that I have, it just, you know what I mean? It's not
You do
good.
have a lot.
Right, yeah. All right. Well, thank you as always. It's good to see you here on Thursdays. So we're always happy to have you with us.
Happy to be here.
And that's going to do it for this edition of DETV News. Don't forget, for news anytime, be sure to follow us all across your favorite social media platforms.
And for a look at what's happening all around Delaware, visit our website at detvch.com. And if you have a comment, question, or a news tip, drop us a line at press@detvch.com.
That's right. For Shakara and all of us here at DETV, I'm Matt Ford. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you back here next week.
Take care.
don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and nurse navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.
My name is Jason Aviles, and I am the founder and owner of Fly Yogi, and I'm here to share with you some tips to be able to help fight opioid addiction. Opioid addiction is a real growing problem here in America, and I'm here to share with you some tips that you can be able to integrate into your everyday life to really fight against opioid addiction. One of the first things is redeveloping your mindset. One of the practices that I like to use daily is meditation. And what meditation does is it brings you clarity of mind, and it helps keep you grounded, and it improves your ability to make decisions that you are going to benefit from. A lot of the time we find that addiction is rooted in our mindset. It's rooted in how we think and how we perceive, and therefore how we act. So this is a really good way to help fight against that energy of addiction. The second thing is improving your lifestyle through diet and exercise. At the very root of addiction, there is substances within the body that's causing the addiction on a physical level. When we begin to introduce healthier foods, plant-based foods, we begin to remove and detox the substances that are in our body that's causing and attracting the addiction. So through incorporating more fresh fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and even drinking water on a daily basis, you're going to put your body in a state where it's going to be able to fight the root causes of these addictions. The second part is exercise. Exercise is good for mood. It's good for energy. It's good to increase vitality. It's good to get your heart pumping and get your blood flowing and get oxygen moving throughout the body. So through engaging in physical exercise, complemented by incorporating healthier foods, you're putting your body and your mind in a state where it does not want what's causing these things that are manifesting negatively in your life. So addiction can really be decreased by just incorporating a healthier lifestyle through diet and nutrition, exercise, and then also making sure that you're tackling the mind through mindset, through meditation.